Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into the iConis podcast. This is Barry 3D, and we're going to be talking about the Justice League Watchtower. The unboxing we're doing, and it was gifted to us, or loaned to us by a brother of the show. Let's just put it that way. So thank you very much, and we're going to get into that. So quick. Remember, if you want to find me, you can check out barry3d.com. Find out every link for where I'm going to be at, shows I'm going to do, and links to this show. Also, remember, DJ Rod C. You can look him here, and here's his socials. Look him up, and you can find out where he's playing next. And of course, forgotten and obscure, underrated comic characters with Larry Reckless-Otto. Give him a follow the rules, have a good time. If you need any work done, you can reach out to the one and only J Bird Digital Arts. Mr. Jason Reese, you tell him you heard about him on the iConis podcast, and he will give you any discount on the work. Here we go. Here's some history. So Justice League made their first appearance in Brave and the Bold, number 28, back in 1960 in a comic book. And of course, when these heroes got together, they needed a headquarters, and their headquarters were located the Sanctuary, which was located in Happy Harbor. Right now, you might recognize that it was made by Gardner Fox and Mike Sarowski. And here's a cool look of it. You can see the invisible plane in the background, even though it's supposed to be invisible. Haha. And this was located in Rhode Island, Happy Harbor, which is used in Young Justice, but them as their headquarters, right? Now, in Justice League number 77, after being betrayed by Snapper Carr, they moved into the satellite era. And this satellite was carried, above, and this is where a lot of the adventures happened from that time period on. And it is at issue number 77 of Justice League, and it was like 22,300 miles above the earth, right? Now in Justice League Unlimited, Justice League Unlimited cartoon, they came with the Watchtower, the revised version, which was kind of done by Grant Morrison when he kind of took on that run and gave it that kind of look. So if we look at this right now, you see that once again, this is a very big box. This is huge with a lot of features on it. As you can see there's a flash and a little tab to say, hey, what's behind the tab? If you flip this up, you get a good idea of what's in this box. So this kid is so excited. So, of course, you got the Watchtower, all the other things that come along with it. So you see how the characters are interacting with it here. If we zoom in a little bit, this individual is so happy to have it. So it's got lights and battle sounds, as they say. So yes, it takes like three, I believe it's AA batteries, or, it's 24 inches tall. So 2 feet tall. The figures themselves are 4.75 inches, done in that Bruce Timm style, the Justice League style from back then in the cartoon of 2004 to 2006 was when this was released. Then you can see the Javelin with the Walkway. Then, of course, you got Batman doing monitor duty, and the Flash is sitting there in his little shuttle, guarding it, right? And there's a button to put some sounds on it, and of course, secret trap door, elevator to go from the main part up to the tower to shoot off missiles, right? Go on, John Stewart. And of course, we see Wonder Woman now, using the trap there to knock down Darkseid. Bum, bum, bum. If we check the side of the box, here I am trying to be funky, use a green screen. So we see that the Justice League figures come with some battle extra armor. We see the Ultra Human Knight that's there. We see the Flash with a whole armor getup. And now here we are with the Walkway. And if you see the Walkway, it's got this cord here. If you press that red button, it shoots out like bolas and traps the person walking up there. And then, of course, you see the elevator. So you can strap your character in here. And then you can use the little crank. There's a button at the bottom to raise this level all the way to the top, through the to come out at the top where you saw on the box there with John Stewart is at the top. And then you can hit a button to drop the elevator back down. A little bit hard with people with capes on here. And as we spin around, you see there's a kind of a mini javelin, little shuttlecraft. Once again, anyone with a cape on there is hard to fit into there. But of course, you see it's got 2 missiles that can be fired off. And the whole thing does fold up in itself. So you can actually have a figure in the middle, fold it all up, and be able to carry that or move it around. So we have a close-up of your monitor station. Here's a better picture of it. You got Darkseid in the background, a little flip-up panel. And you see where Superman is standing. It looks dubious, doesn't it? It looks dubious. So if you kind of flip to the other side here, you'll see I'm kind of pushing on this button. And if you push that little monitor screen, it drops the trap door. So it's either an escape hatch or, ejectocito cuz. So here we have a better look of the Watchtower looking up. And I like how it opens up with the sides, like just giant receivers. So you can see the inside of the Watchtower. And I said, pretty big for like 2 feet tall, and this is the only real main place that I believe we've gotten from this line, so it might be hard to get now. Here's some other close-ups with Superman. I kind of did it outside to give this steak of what it would look like in outer space, because this is supposed to be in geosynchronous orbit. Here's some extra footage. Remember, there was also the Hall of Justice as one of their bases. We've seen that more in Super Friends. And then, of course, we had the Watchtower that was on the moon. And this is where Grant Morrison did it. And here's a cutaway view of all that. So everyone, there's Superman heading off to the Watchtower to check that out. This was a cool unboxing. I think this is a cool piece to add to your collection. And remember, like, subscribe, and share. Don't let the show be a secret. And remember, this world was started by a piece of paper, a pencil, and lots of imagination.